Got a feeling I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello everybody, and welcome to our first major update patch to Marvel Heroes 2015. That is to say, it's the first one that has a major number, in this case 1.1. And it's very, very exciting. As you all know, August 1st, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie releases, so we got a ton of stuff that is all about Guardians of the Galaxy. First and most importantly, or arguably most importantly, is we got the release of Star-Lord. In addition to that, Rocket Raccoon got his level 52 review. There's still plenty of cool stuff going on with the event. The Planet X Bark is still dropping, and we still get that from shared quests. All sorts of crazy cool stuff. Very, very exciting, and I'm going to go, as I always do, pretty much one by one. So I'll start off here with Rocket Raccoon. Once again, he did get his level 52 review. Unfortunately, I don't have him at level 52, so I can't show you the ultimate, but he did get some very, very, very welcome love and some really awesome quality of life stuff that I'll show you, and I'll also show you Star-Lord as well. But before I do that, just a couple of minor things. Like I said, we've got a lot of various Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. The first and most important thing is the release of 3 team-ups. We have Drax the Destroyer, Gamora the Assassin, I don't know if she technically has an official surname, so to speak, and then Groot, which is Rocket Raccoon's friend. It actually says, my friend Groot. Speaking of which, let's get him out here. Come on, Groot.
I am Groot.
Yes, you are Groot. Hello there. So one thing that's important to note is if you use Groot as Rocket Raccoon's team-up, then essentially you can either have the team-up or his summon active. You can't have both active at the same time, but they both give a passive ability of some sort. So essentially you're picking which one you get the active for and which one you get the passive for. So both very, very important, right? So all sorts of cool stuff here. We've got some upgrades to new basic attacks here. Woo, pew, 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 pew. We still have the big flarking gun, but it's got some nice new VFX, which is very, very exciting. The turrets are much better off now. They're much better. They actually have more of a Gatling quality now. We still have the time dilation and the regular energy damage turret. It's really cool. I really like what they did with Rocket in terms of his general capabilities and his build. How do you say, his build variety that you can have now. It used to be that you basically had to go turrets, but now he's got enough stuff with the guns that you can really go guns fairly easily. He also has a really, really cool signature power, which is his nuke, which is pretty awesome, to say the least. Pew, pew, pew! Right, so very, very cool. Lots of really awesome VFX. Groot as the summon is also now permanent. He doesn't go away, which is very, very exciting. We also have some pretty cool stuff as far as login rewards. We'll just swap over to there real quick. They filled out a lot of the gaps that were in here previously, so that's really exciting. We do have some new stuff for Eyes of Demon Fire, which is always good to have, and I'll go into what those can do a little bit later on. They have some really important stuff that they get. Groot, stop it! I'm busy doing stuff. I'm talking. Right, so incidentally, we do have our new basic movement, whereas previously it was the sort of dig underground and pop up somewhere else thing. So long story short, very, very exciting. Some really cool stuff for Rocket. Really awesome. Lots of fun. Just cool guy to play now. Not that he wasn't before, but definitely very, very good now. Not to mention the relook at his unique items as well. Right, so with that, I'll jump right into Star-Lord, who is a very, very unique character. Obviously, all of the characters are unique in their own way, but Star-Lord is unique in a special way in that, similarly to Moon Knight, he sort of has a choice amongst a couple of different things that you can do. You notice that I only got him to level 12, but that's enough to show you some of the stuff that he's capable of. Essentially, one of the biggest things is his elemental gun tree. One of the biggest things that Star-Lord has in the comic books is this elemental gun that is highly technologically advanced that can literally shoot different elements. So we have here air, earth, fire, and water. And you can literally pick one of the ammunition types, and it changes what the basic elemental shot does, as well as the barrage and the blast, the other two major attacks that you get. So, for example, here I've got earth and I've got air. So there, if we change over to earth there, then that's what that looks like, and it's pretty awesome. And then if we do the air, then it looks like that. So essentially what this is it's just the different types of ammunition that you can use. And it's really, really cool. It's really interesting because you can see which type you're basically infusing with. You can't really see it too well, but there's a small yellow screen right next to the gun. And if you change the type, then you can see now it's that sort of green color. And then if you use the earth, then it becomes that sort of beige color. And that tells you what type of ammunition you're using at any given time. Okay, so like right now it's air, so it has the weird green streaks. And if it's earth, then you have the sort of earth thing. Really, really cool. Obviously a very unique mechanic, and not likely something that will be able to really max out. It's going to be something that you have to pick, but especially with the multiple builds coming in relatively soon, it's going to help massively. It's going to help tremendously with really utilizing the capabilities of this elemental gun tree. Some very, very cool stuff. In addition, just some of his basic attacks, his Starship Commander is kind of cool because you can call on his ship, the Milano, and you can see here basically what it does is it puts down a target. And then you wait a couple seconds and boom, it causes a nice little explosion. And then you also have sort of the cluster bomb effect that just makes a line of explosions right there. Right, so pretty cool stuff, very interesting. Obviously a unique type of character with the elemental gun, but also some really cool things. The Starship Commander stuff will take some getting used to. Obviously I've only played him for a little bit, but you can see very clearly that little delay can make all the difference, especially if you're like going against bosses. You can have a lot of troubles with that, but definitely a cool character. Lots of fun to play what little I've played with him. Really, really fun, really cool. Definitely worth picking up and trying out, without a doubt. And incidentally, we have here the delivery manifests. Since I got the advance pack, these essentially show, look, this is what you got. And it's a free thing to sell, which is cool, I guess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to the Asgard, because when we go to Asgard, then we will see where we can spend the Eyes of Demon Fire. One thing that we can do now is if we spend the Eyes of Demon Fire, we can get new crafter recipes that help us out with a bunch of cool stuff. And incidentally, a couple of UI changes. One thing that's kind of nice, if you hover over without pressing Alt, then you can see the little money symbol. And if you press Alt, then it has the little symbol for the donation now, which is kind of nice, so you can tell if you're going to be donating the item or actually selling it. So yes, I want to sell that. And there we have the new costume for him, which is kind of cool. So a lot of really cool little UI changes like that. Very neat, very welcome as well. And who am I going to swap over to? I guess I'll go to Cable. So like I said, I'm going to head over to Asgard so you can see some of the stuff that we can do now. Obviously, I'm not going completely in depth as far as what Star-Lord is capable of and what Rocket is capable of now after his 52 reviews. Suffice it to say, super awesome, very exciting, some really, really cool stuff. And since I'm going to be at the waypoint here, I'll show you one of the things for the raid as well. We now have the official green raid. It is officially called the green raid now, and for those of you familiar with the terminals, if we have green, that means that red is going to be coming at some point, which means that it is going to be very, very difficult. Alright, so let me see here. I don't think it's the crafter. I know it is one of the named people, and now I don't remember which one it is. So I'm very sorry for this. Let me just look up here, the Eye of Demon Fire. So, where do we trade these in? I know that it is somewhere in Asgard. And I can't remember. Let's see. Just says Hogan, and I can't remember where he is. Let's see. Help me find Hogan. There's Jocasta. She doesn't help. The Enchanter doesn't help. Dang it. Where did Hogan go? You are just legendaries. Why did I click on you? Ha-do-do-do-do-do. Hogan might be over here then. So for those of you unaware, the Eyes of Demon Fire are essentially the ways that we will be able to get raid gear without actually doing the raids. And the idea is once we have all the gear, let me see here, once we collect some of these Eyes of Demon Fire, then we will be able to trade them in for recipes that increase the item grades of whatever we have. And that, no, I don't want Hammer of the Gods. Dang, I cannot find this vendor. Gear vendor. Vendor. Crafter. Maybe it's just in the crafter. I don't think it is, though. Well, this is very, very sad. I was hoping that I'd be able to show this, but I can't remember where the person is. It says that it's here. Oh well. Dang. Do. Siege case vendor. Bah. Well, that is just downright depressing. Maybe it hasn't been implemented just yet. But regardless, the point is that at some point we'll be able to upgrade the numbers for any of the gears. So you can see here on my cable, it says level required 60 and item grade 63. Essentially, what the recipes will allow you to do is go from item grade 63 up to starting off first off with 65 or 66. It is, and then it's going to go up to 69, 72, 75. Throughout the years. So that way you essentially don't have to keep getting new gear, which will be very, very helpful. Instead, you'll just literally upgrade the ones that you have to get new, bigger, and better numbers, which I think will be a much more welcome compared to a lot of other MMOs that require you to constantly go out and get new gear whenever you have something like an item cap or a level cap increase, which is not going to happen in Marvel Heroes. We will not get a... Ah, there you are. Haha! Raid token vendor. There we go. Yay! So upgrade slot 1 unique or cosmic to grade 66, and all of these are for grade 66. You can see there are slot 1 through 5. They require either 200, 250, or 350 of the Eyes of Demon Fire, so clearly it's going to take a while to do, but once you do it, then it is permanent. It is a crafting recipe, so you will be able to do it for all of your heroes, and it's going to be cheap as well, which is very nice. I do apologize that took me so long to find him, but at least I finally did. So with that, there's not really a whole lot else with this particular patch, but obviously it was a fairly large patch, which is very, very exciting. Lots of cool stuff, lots of great changes, some very exciting stuff as far as character advancement. The Omega system is almost out of beta, which is very nice. We have the item grade upgrades or updates, which will be very useful. In addition, a lot of hardware utilization and optimization, particularly for a lot of the slowdown in Midtown Manhattan, which was very, very frustrating. So that will be very good to sort of get at least mostly out of the system. Not to mention bunch of bug fixes, lots of other stuff, and tons in development. Very, very exciting. Enjoy playing. Have a great time with Star-Lord. Enjoy Rocket's 52 review. And just, as always, have a great time. Find those uniques, and I will see you next patch.
Lips as sweet as candy.